to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
Just swarming defense, get out transition, get easy buckets, shoot the ball. But it really starts on the defensive end tonight.
Yeah, it did, Graf, to your point. Just first of all, just I'm super grateful for another year to lead this group, and super grateful to Griff and his staff. They put together high character guys that love to come in and compete, and it honestly makes our jobs easy. And it starts on the defensive end. Guys understand what we're trying to accomplish: steals, deflections, finished possessions, with rebounding, and then we playing in the open floor, which is really fun to watch. And we're just seeing a glimpse.
You just didn't have a whole lot of time preseason-wise to kind of mesh everybody together. It looked like they've been playing together for a while, but it really wasn't the case. How did you see that happening tonight?
Once again, it's a credit to the character in the locker room, guys that, they come in every day, they compete. We're working on the details. We had a couple hard practices, and everybody, they understood what this would lead to and preparation. So it is really good to see carryover. First game at home, really good start for our group. And, we want to just continue to work at it and see how good we could really be. 3
fantastic debuts tonight. DeJounte Murray, Yves Missi, and Devontae Green. Can you say who had the better debut of those 3?
All 3 of them were fantastic, but, really special for DeJounte to be away, seeing about family, and to be able to get back, not a ton of practices the last 4 days, and emotionally step on the floor and lead this group the way he did. B.I. had a fantastic game. That's what he's looked like since he's gotten back. And so collectively, our group, it was next man up. We talked about that earlier, and every guy that touched the floor, they gave their best.
Yeah, I mean, what does that mean? DeJounte's dealing with like real life stuff right now for him to say, I'm going to make it a point to get back here and play tonight. What does that mean for y'all?
It's his courage and his strength. And, most of those guys, they're pillars in their families. And it says a lot about him, his character, his commitment to come back and join this group and go after it together. And it's one of the reasons that we wanted to add him to our program, because he's a special talent, but more importantly, he's a special human being.
What do you think about the Missi debut?
Yves he's gotten better and better since we drafted him, and really love some of the things that he was doing. He made the adjustment in the second half. We said no more layups. Every time you see a ball, go block it. And his ability to pick up details, pick up execution. It shows when he gets out on the floor.
How much does it help y'all offensively? Him just setting solid screens, rolling, and being a vertical lob threat.
It opens up the floor. They have to honor his ability to go catch it at the top of the rim. So now you're pulling in the weak side, and we're getting wide open looks at the rim or threes. And then if you don't like it, it's shot fake drive and just find another teammate or go finish.
Yeah, they were able to get some confidence in that second quarter with Levine hitting a bunch of jumpers. And then coming out of halftime, y'all really started swarming on defense. What did you kind of see in that third quarter that really started to click for you guys on the defensive end?
Yeah, Levine, he had some, in my opinion, pretty non-contested dribble up, just casual threes. And he started to get it going. We talked about it at halftime that, he's the guy on their team we have to really be aggressive with, bring the physicality to him and shut the water off. And our guys responded. He's a fantastic player. And I thought collectively the guys, they had a focus that we're not going to allow him to walk up and get those easy shots.
I think you guys ended up with 15 steals, 10 blocks, something like that. Just that type of activity, is that something you want to see from your team on a night-to-night basis?
Every night. All that takes is focus, effort, competitiveness, and look, we're grateful to come in our building and get a win, and we'll go to practice tomorrow, get back to work, and keep at it.
I think in general, a lot of people look at your roster and say, not a lot of experienced traditional centers. It may be difficult for them to be as good defensively as they have in the past. I guess what's your feeling on that sentiment when people look at the roster you guys are bringing into the season?
I don't really pay much attention to what other people think about us. Respectfully, our mentality is let's focus on what we can control. Let's come out every day, and from the time we walk in the building, lock in, be focused, be ready to execute, give our best, and go from there.
Willie, did you anticipate playing Missy as much as you did tonight, or was there some front court lineup shuffling with Zion being out?
Yeah, it's definitely some adjustments that we had to make with Z being out, and we all have confidence in Eves and Tice and JRE, their ability to step on the floor and help our team win games. They all did that tonight, and Eves played probably a little bit more than we expected, but I think he's 16 years old. He can handle it.
Coach, a couple of things. Number one, it just seemed like the first quarter things got off to a little slow start, but once you got that second unit in, they brought that energy and started to, I guess, play the way you want to play, getting into the passing lanes, and creating that activity. How important was it? Did you take that opportunity when that second unit came in to talk to your starters and go, that's what we want to do?
No, not really. It was just a matter of settling into the game. It's a long game, and let's continue to get quality shots. We missed some early ones, and we were doing a pretty decent job of contesting shots, and defensively, we needed to be better at keeping them out of the paint, so we made that adjustment. But overall, as long as we're getting quality looks and we're taking care of the basketball, I'm okay with what I see.
As far as your goals with shooting from outside, you got up to 37 attempts tonight from three-point range. You made 14, and historically, both of those marks have been very good for your team. It seemed like you got out of that point where guys were looking for threes as far as like, okay, we've got to get attempts up, and it became much more natural as part of the offense in that second and third quarters in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was just settling in, or is it just it's going to take a minute for guys to change their mindsets completely and really focus on this new style of play?
Yeah, we sort of implemented this last season anyway. So we're just doubling down on our offensive principles, and it's not necessarily hunting threes, but it's hunting quality threes for us. And a lot of that starts with our ability to get stops, attack the paint. Now the defense collapse. We're getting more open kick out threes. You don't like it, 0.5 drive, get it to another teammate. Again, if you got an open look, we want guys taking them with confidence. So, it does take a little bit of time, but I think we're picking up, kind of where we left off last season. I'd like to see us get a few more threes up.
You guys like to put Brandon in that elbow area, let him operate a lot. Tonight, you guys posted him up deeper in the post a few times. So you got a couple of mismatches. And he's able to steal some guys. left with really good results. Just what do you like about that configuration where he's maybe deeper and closer to the rim and perhaps silly on defenders?
Yeah, he's trying to make an adjustment as well to get to a point where he's 3 in rim, and we know when we post him up, that's an opportunity for him to get to the rim easier. I thought he did a great job of taking some open threes throughout the course of the game. So just mixing it in with BI where we can get the ball to him, and he did a great job of executing. Okay, thank you all.
All right. All right. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Post-Game Report. Much love to the fam. Let's give them a round of applause, man. Shout out to the Pelicans, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the hell I'm talking about. You open up in the season with a good win, man, an effort win. Zion was dealing with a C-19 related illness, according to the reports, but the Pelicans
They
came
said
in.
a virus, bro.
Virus, illness. But the bottom line is the Pelicans, they handled business. PPR in the building. Pelicans tame Bulls in season opener 123-111. I'm Big Q. We got DC chiming in here on the recap, man. Much love to you guys. Appreciate y'all for being in the live as well. Big ups to everybody, man. Much love. And he said, what was that? Early on, one of the family members asked me a question about what will Kendrick Perkins say about the Pelicans. He can't say too much about the Pelicans, man. Not tonight anyway. The Pelicans handled the damn business tonight, man. But anyway, big ups to y'all guys. Let's jump into these statistics, man, and get this knocked out, man. Great win by the Pelicans to open up the season. Always good to see one of these Pelicans handle the business. Team stats, Pelicans, of course, 123-111. You can see the rebounds were even at 53 all. 29 assists for the Pelicans. You know, they like to get that north of that 30 number, but they did well. They had 15 steals against this team tonight. So the defense was in full effect. 15 steals versus 4, 10 blocks according to 2. They did have 11 turnovers, which was pretty damn good to open up the season. Usually you're rusty. Look what the Bulls did. They had 21 turnovers. Pelicans shot 46.4.
We got a point guard, Big Q.
Yes, we do. 46.4% from the field versus almost 49% from the Bulls. From downtown, the Pelicans shot almost 38% from downtown versus 29.4 for the Bulls. And of course, you look at the free throws, the Pelicans were 90. They were 90.5. Y'all know I'm fundamental. Y'all know I love the building blocks of the NBA, playing good defense, hitting your free throws. The Pelicans were 90.5 shooting.
On how many attempts?
Well, hold on, DC. Let me get through this, brother, and we're going to get this going here. All right, then, of course, we look at the points in the paint battle, 60-56. The Bulls won that crap. Second chance points, 18-13 there. And, of course, you look at the fast break points, 29-18 on the day for the Pelicans. So it was a fantastic situation. And it just was cool all over the place, man. Before I get into the individual statistics, we got DC and Lex. Hey, y'all feel free to jump in here and give me y'all thoughts. I guess we'll start with DC first and then Lex. Thoughts on the Pelicans, man, handling business on the Bulls, man. And BI stepped up. We'll give you his individuals in a minute, but man, they came to play, man, without Zion, man. It was pretty cool seeing them.
Oh yeah, I thought it was an awesome showing, man. Bearing the circumstances, no Zion. Jose got in a car accident today. DeJounte Murray's having some type of family, issue, whatever that brother dealing with. And the Pelicans came out here and showed out, man. Yves Misses with a lot of pressure on him because Daniel Tice looked bad,
Hold on, DC, you gonna say this goddamn man name right tonight. That man played his ass off tonight. You gonna say his name right. It is Misi.
He's Misi.
Thank you, sir. All right, continue. Thank you.
He's Misi. Yeah, so
no,
that's what I said,
no, stop it.
That's what I said.
Hold on, DC. Oh, you know what? Let's hear from Yves himself, brother.
Yeah, let him say his name.
Yes.
Did you get advice from anyone notable that you kind of took into your first NBA game tonight or anything?
There's a lot of people. I would say my entire family, to be honest. And at halftime, I had like everyone would tell me to just like stop warming up and then just try to go block it. So I was like, all right, I'm trying to do it. And then I got, I think, 2 blocks in the second half. So yeah, I had a lot of advice to almost everyone, to be honest.
So defensively, especially in the second half, the focus was just be aggressive, use your athleticism, try to go get it.
Yeah, I would say just like trust my instinct. Just like whenever I feel I can go get it, just go for it. And then also try to be smart as well to not try to fall. So
What have these past few months, been like for you? Becoming professional after moving to the States at 16 years old and starting this process.
I mean, it's been great. I mean, it's like a great journey. I would say I've seen a lot of things. I've been almost everywhere in the U.S., to be honest. So it took a lot of sacrifices for me to be here. So I'm definitely happy for that.
I mean, to have a podium game in your NBA debut, I mean, that's got to be pretty wild. Knowing that, hey, it was a jump to get to this level, but to just come in and have immediate success was kind of led to you being able to step in day one and kind of have an impact.
I mean, I always trust my teammates and coaching staff. Just like always trying to play hard, always trying to give it all out there. So it's just something I take pride of it. So every time I'm trying to get on the floor, whenever I hear my name called, I always try to get the best out of it.
And just defensively, how much did you feel that the energy shift coming out of halftime with the way y'all were able to disrupt a lot of the things they were doing?
I mean, it definitely hurt. We got a lot of stops, and then in transition, we start running, I start running, and then we got some open looks. So it definitely hurt. That's why we definitely took over the game.
How much do you feel like you and DeJounte have already kind of established a little bit of chemistry in that pick and roll game where he's able to find you for lobs or you're kind of able to open a lane up for him once he's going to the basket?
I mean, he's a great point guard. He's going to find everyone. I mean, he found me. He found other teammates. He's always trying to look out for people, and he's just like a great point guard, to be honest. Yeah.
What was that feeling like, going onto the court for the first time, having, whistle the horn blow and you walk onto the court, and when did you stop feeling like, when did you exhale and kind of breathe and say, okay, I'm playing basketball?
I would say it was at the warm-up after like the first like couple layups on the layup line, and whenever I got in the game, I was already fine. So to be honest, it was definitely at the warm-up whenever I saw everyone in the arena for sure.
Was your family watching tonight?
Yeah, they keep texting me all the time. I think it's like 4 a.m. in Cameroon right now. I have people from Cameroon, friends, my friend from the States, they're just texting me. So it's nice having them around me.
And just going back to your chemistry with DeJounte, just what's been the process for you in getting that timing down, that spacing down? Just, it's a little bit of a dance working that 2-man game. So what's been that process for you?
I would say just like the pace and then be patient. I mean, sometimes the screens, they get a way to get the right angle for him to get open. And then sometimes you have to hold the screen so he completely open, and then it's a 1v2, 2v1. And then you can either get the lob, he can keep the dribble and layup, or pass to someone on the corner. So, I mean, we've been practicing for almost like a month already. So I'm all like, I know what he likes, and I feel like he also know where I'm going all the time. So it's just like a great chemistry between both of us.
Are you reading him, or are you reading the defenders more so?
I'm reading the defender, and I know where he's trying to get to since I've been playing around him. So I know exactly where he want to go. So I'm trying to like set the screen. So I'm going to get him open. I mean, him or Brandon Ingram or CJ, try to get them open to get to the spot for sure.
You talked about your soccer background a little bit. Has that helped you in any way? Like, does it translate to basketball in any way at all?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the footwork and everything. So you did feel like have like a better understanding of the movement and also better control or whenever you put your feet. So yeah, for sure.
Eve, how did it feel just getting that standing ovation?
I was actually surprised. I was not expecting that. And matter of fact, I didn't even thought it was for me. I thought it was someone else. So it's iffy. I didn't know it was for me, but yeah, it's great.
So can you head the ball in if you need to?
You said what?
I'm just hit a header into the hoop if you need to under this ball.
I will do it. Hey.
Never even practice. Now, what were your would you say were your realistic expectations coming into this game, especially before you knew that Z wasn't going to be able to play?
I mean, the expectation is still the same, trying to get a win regardless of who's playing. I feel like we have a good group of people, and I trust all my teammates. So if one is not there, I know there's going to be someone who's going to step up to either get a win or definitely fight with my brothers. It's definitely like.
I'm sorry, specifically, how much did you expect to play, and did you have any idea that it would turn out quite like it did?
I definitely don't know how much I was going to play. I mean, it's up to the coaching staff. So whenever I was just ready to get my name called and then just get on the floor and then try to like get the best out of my minutes for sure.
And with the text messages coming in from, so are they texting you throughout the game from Cameroon?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't look at it yet. They did. I think like sometimes, so we have like a family group chat and they like commenting. So since everyone is living like a little bit like in 3 different continents, so they're texting each other. They're like, oh, you saw that, you saw this. So I'm definitely going to look at it. So it's going to be funny for sure.
Have you seen any to know what kind of the theme of the messages were?
Just like congrats. We're proud of you. I mean, there's love. Then I didn't look at it. So
I know it's just your first game, but did you realize how close you were to a double-double? Are you thinking about some of those rebounds that?
Oh yeah, I thought I saw like I had 7 rebounds. I think I was like, oh, I could get a double-double, but I didn't get it. The next time we'll try to get it. For sure.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, just does how this game went affect in any way your expectations of how much you might be able to be relied upon to contribute throughout the season?
I would say one game doesn't define you as a player or even the season. So I would say just keep going and stay focused on the main thing, which is winning the championship. So thank you.
All right, Yves, man. Shout out to Yves, man. Did his thing, man. I know there was a point of contention about the Pelicans' bigs, rebounds, rim protection, but in the first game, they did really well, especially Yves rolled out there, made some plays, man. But DC, floor back to you, man.
They were short with Daniel Tyson. They called that timeout, like I told you. But Yves Misi's
yeah, I got to give you credit, DC. I'm gonna give you a crowd applause for you. You was right on that. When I seen that, I was like, DC was right on that. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he came in the game, man, made a hell of an impact, and also had Daniel Tyson, step it up. But the man of the hour, man, everybody's gonna be excited about Yves as they should be because this is amazing going forward. But man, we gotta show some love to BI. BI looked totally different tonight than the normal BI we saw. He was taking shots all over the court. He was attacking the basket. I like to see him attack the basket a little bit more, especially with Zion out, but he was attacking the basket. He worked in his mid-range. You're going to do that. He was even taking some he didn't hit him, but I like when they got him some sets, man, like maybe like 4, 5, 6 feet from the basket. I was like, wow, they ran some sets, got him in there. They had horns action going. They had all type of different stuff I saw, even though we saw some things similar to last year. But just him moving without the ball and actually having a point guard that could be able to get him the ball in some easy spots, man. All his easy looks didn't go down, but he got 33 on very high efficiency, and it could have very easily been a 40-point night for BI. Thought he played amazing, as well as DeJounte, CJ. He was still out there getting them shots up. They was going down tonight, and just all the guys, man. It was a awesome team win, and it's really exciting brand of basketball to see them play like that. Hopefully they can continue to get turnovers at that rate. That would be amazing. If we could average 12, 13 turnovers a game. What they had, what was it, 15 steals tonight? 10 blocks?
Yes, 15 steals, 10 blocks.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And we did all of this without Zion and Trey.
And you asked me about the free throws earlier. It was 19 to 21, bro.
Oh, that's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Awesome.
So do you know what that means, huh, Q? Because you know what I say. You be harping on free throws, and what I say. Free throws follow good coaching. So Willie coached a good game, bro. And he coached very well in practice this week. They made their free throws. Lex, there's 90. You look at good coach teams.
She didn't say a thing. She didn't say a thing. She ain't say a thing.
Was I supposed to respond?
No.
I thought I heard something over them.
Nobody said.
Go ahead.
Stop stirring the pot.
Go ahead, Queen Lex. You can go ahead and take it.
Hey, Lex, listen. DeJounte Murray today, 14
triple double watch.
Almost a triple double. He hit 14, 10, and 8. in +5 there. So he was doing his thing. You seen toward the back end of the game, you seen him get to general mode and control the flow. So it looked good today, man. CJ was doing what CJ did, but I seen a couple of plays where CJ deferred to DeJounte Murray as opposed to do his thing. So at times, so he made a couple of passes. I was like, okay, CJ, I see you, brother. But he was cooking too. He got 20 plus tonight. But what's your thoughts on the Pelicans win?
I was in solid win.
Mhm.
I was really impressed with all the new signees to the team.
Indeed. Indeed.
You know,
Yeah.
they really showed up and showed out. Ease Misi, I think one of the biggest things I'm impressed with him, he only had 2 fouls.
Yeah, that
So,
was
I
very
mean,
impressive.
I was like, okay, all right, Eves. You know, definitely he's learning fast. He's not waiting. I think the fact that he was put in a situation where it was a desperate situation for the Pelicans, like we need him to step up,
Mhm.
like desperately. We really do because I mean, obviously Tice is there, but Yves has the size that we need and also the blocking ability. But Tice, he wasn't a shy on, you know, blocking shots, getting steals, things like that either, you know. So that was just nice to see. I think it was a strong collective effort between Tice and Misi, but Misi really stepped up. I think he really showed up and showed out what what he's capable of doing. And I think he kind of proved like, hey, you all are not gonna have to wait longer than what was anticipated. He really was timely with his block shots. He was smart. So I'm really happy for him. Really happy for him. And the team really needed it. So that was really great to see. But it was nice to just see that dog and aggression from Javonte Green.
Yeah,
You
that
know, the
dude.
way that he threw his body out
Oh
there to
yeah.
save the ball. Jordan Hawkins really did his thing. I'm happy for him. You know, he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's just letting that bad boy go. I love seeing him get back to get that block that they counted as a goaltend,
Yeah, they
but
had to overturn it, yeah.
yeah, they overturned it. Glad to see him do it. And Hawk was doing stuff like that last season, believe it or not. So it's just nice. I think now it's more of an aggression about it,
Yeah.
assertiveness and confidence that he has. And then DeJounte, I mean, just sharing the ball, making sure that man, who is glad to see lobs again?
Yeah, man.
Because
Me.
I didn't think we could do it.
we have not seen this many lobs since Lonzo Ball was here.
Yeah.
We have not seen this. Like you last season, you could count on your hand how many lobs there were during the season. I mean, today I like to say there was about 10. Probably might have been a little bit less than that, but you know, the fact that DeJounte was putting it up there, that's good to see again. It's nice to see easy shots, people.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice to like the game doesn't have to be hard. Um, and I will say with Brandon, I was glad to see him not have to, you know, shoot over like contested shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like those shots have been there for him. It was nice that he was in catch and shoot mode, that he didn't like do over dribble too much, you know, to get into his spot. You know, he just rose up and shot. You know what I'm saying? Attacked the basket when it was there. Um, Shot like 5 threes, I do believe. But that was good to see him do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. He made the game easy. He made the game easy. And you know, just everybody was clicking. I mean, just the overall involvement and engagement with everyone. It was a lot of trading points at the beginning. I feel like it was the way that was going because Levine got hot.
Yeah.
They were really attacking their backcourt, and that's the thing. They really have a lot of guards that can just attack. I mean, even Giddey was attacking more so than usual. So, you know,
Yeah.
it was good
Yeah.
to outlast that. But once everybody kind of turned it up, it was just go, 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 go. From there, there was no looking back. So like the ball was moving. There was a lot of ball movement, player movement. I enjoyed seeing that. So yeah, it was good stuff. A great team win. Really great team win.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go over the individuals right quick. Shout out to 2K Nola with the super chat says raise the standard for Pels. People say, quote, great game, end quote, but Pels had 11 more steals, 8 more blocks, and 11 less turnovers. Pels should have won by 30, but they did not capitalize on mistakes. Have to do better. TK is 2K Nola's a tough grader.
Right, man. I mean, they're scoring 30 points, man, off of turnovers. 2K Nola. They definitely should have won by 30. Like, I agree. They had laws where they let them get back in the game, but they played great, man, for opening night. This ain't the best version of the Pels we gonna see.
Yeah.
DC, it's all right. He's a tough grader, man. It's a long season, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
There's always
999 2K.
I'm glad he said that because there's always going to be room for improvement, but some people just don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like we want to get better.
It's the right mindset, but it's like, man, it's opening night. I expect them to make mistakes.
You don't want to stay complacent.
They're gonna be rusty on opening night,
Hey, it's all right, brother. He's a tough grader. It's all right, man. It's a solid win.
He right though. He's right.
All right. So individually speaking, man, for the Pels, man, to get into, we talked about a few of these things, man. But if you take a look at it, man, don't worry about the final score. ESPN tripping on that. Y'all see it's 123 to 111. Y'all know what time it is.
David said we have a center, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Ingram finished with 33 points on 31 minutes. He was plus 18 on the plus minus, 7 rebounds, a couple assists and steals for BI, 23 from CJ McCollum in 30 minutes. He was 9 of 19 from the field, 5 of 11 from downtown. BI also was 3 for 5 from downtown, shooting the rock. CJ McCollum was plus 18 on the plus minus, finished with 5 assists, 2 rebounds to go along with those 23 points. 14 from DeJounte Murray he had 10 assists, 8 boards, almost a triple double in 30 minutes. Wasn't too good from the field for 15, 0 for 3 from downtown, but he was 6 or 7 from the foul line, plus 5, plus minus. Off the bench, we talked about the play of several players, in particular, Yves Mises played 23 minutes tonight, 5 of 8 from the field. He was perfect from the foul line, 2 of 12.7 boards. He had 3 blocks and plus 4 on the plus minus, 1 turnover, but he did a really good job there on 2 personal fouls. So that was an issue. He was very disciplined there. Hawkins, Jayhawk, 13 points on 28 minutes, 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown, perfect from the foul line, 13.7 boards for Jayhawk. How about Jayhawk showing overall game? 19 from Javonte Green in 25 minutes. He was 3 for 3 from the field, 3 or 4 from the foul line. He finished with 9 points, plus 14 on the plus minus, 4 steals, 3 boards by him. Jose in 13 minutes had 3 points and 3 assists. He also had a steal in the matchup. JRE got in the game for about 7 minutes, had 6 points, assists, and a board for him as well. And then they had some garbage minutes from other players, like Reeves got in there, tried to get a bucket, didn't need anything. Karlo Mekovic got in there, didn't do a basket. And of course, Daniel Tice in the starting role played 19 minutes, 3 or 5 from the field. He tried a 3-point shot. It didn't go down, finished with 8 points, 3 assists, 2 boards, and 3 blocks, along with plus 15 on the plus minus for the Pelicans. They had a solid overall effort led by BI scoring, CJ sharpshooting, DeJounte facilitating, plus a solid bench coming in doing their thing. And Yves Mises, man, deserve a ton of respect. They all do, man. But this was a very good opening situation because the questions were circulating around the bigs. Man, the lobs were there. You seen Mises attacking and getting blocks there. So it was a very good open and win as we then kind of transition to the Portland situation. So before we go and look at the Portland situation, what are y'all guys' last thoughts on this matchup here?
I mean, I don't think you could have opened the season any better, especially without Zion. And looking at these guys' stats, man, what jumps out to me is Hulk with 7 rebounds. Javonte Green with 4 steals. Like, man, his energy was just crazy out there.
Man, bro.
Man, he was diving on the
Awesome.
floor, just maximum. He was playing like it was a goddamn playoff game. That's the type
Dude,
of energy
awesome.
he had.
He had a
You
little
know,
personal for it, DC. Wasn't he was with Chicago last year.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you
he
know
So,
was.
what? That might be
a
that
little
extra
personal
edge,
chip
but
to it.
I think that's
Mhm.
who he is, though. I think he's gonna play like that every night.
Yeah.
I really like what I saw from him, man. And I looked at him and I'm like, man, how we gonna play Hulk, Jose, Javante? You know, he kind of small, man. He played like he about 6'9", man. Dude about 6'4". He played like he's 6'9", man.
Yeah,
And
he
the
got
way
big heart in this game.
big heart, and he can jump out the gym too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
can.
and DeJounte, I thought in his debut, man, he didn't have it, you know, going offensively. You could see what he was for what is that, 15? You know, but he still
Mm.
found a way to impact the game at a
Shoot, 10
very high
assists.
level in that third quarter, man. Up until then, I saw him do some stuff, but that third quarter, man, he just turned it on. And I'm hoping this is a version of the Pels that stays consistent, being the
Yeah.
opposite of what we seen last year, where we come out and we get hot in the first half, and then we come out in the second half and just, you know, trying to hold on to what we did in the first half and wind up giving the game away in the fourth quarter. They at least, you know, based on tonight, they look like they'll be the opposite type of team. Like they'll play pretty good in the first half and kind of turn it up in the second half, which makes a lot of sense because I mean we had 41 bench points. You know what I'm saying? So the second unit was awesome. Us mixing our starters in with that second unit, it was almost like the Bulls were playing starters all night. And that's the one thing that I think can be a major strength of this team. And they have to continue all year to be able to utilize and make that advantage every night because there ain't too many teams that's really this deep and this talented, like I've been saying. So, you know, you saw that on display tonight. Everybody played well, man. I can't think of anybody that really played bad that had significant minutes.
Lex.
Oh, just like what I said. I mean, it was a great collective team win. Everybody was involved. And like I said before, I was really impressed with all the new additions to the team. They really came out and did their thing. Really set a precedence, you know, to really add to the identity of this team. Definitely, we got to see that consistency. But I mean, this was a great start. It's a great
Very.
start. So, you know, I saw. I like the dog mentality that I saw from Green, DeJounte in that third quarter. It's like the energy did not go down. It went up. They turned it up a notch. That's what we want to see. It's like, because I felt like the first half, you know, they were right there. They matched it. They matched the energy from Chicago, but then they surpassed that energy in that third quarter. So it was just great to see. Um, you know, rebounds. I think everybody did well on the boards. You know, that was great to see. How many rebounds did we have?
53.
53.
We tied with them,
We
so we
tied.
didn't lose the board battle. We tied.
Yeah, we
That's a
tied.
win in our book.
But you know, yeah, that is a win because still, I mean, not a strong rebounding team, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that effort really counts for something. So you really saw that tonight. So I mean, that's just great. That's what you want from your team. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Put in the effort and get after it. And they did that tonight.
Willie Green mentioned in the previous interview that it would have rebounding would have to be a team effort,
Mhm.
and tonight the top rebounder for the Pelicans was DeJounte Murray. He had 8 of them. So that goes to show you that he really meant what he said about it's going to be a team effort.
He understood the assignment.
He understood the assignment exactly. So T.K. Nola, as another super chat, says, "Do y'all think Carlo Mekovic would have gave us more than 2 rebounds tonight and 19 minutes?" 2K is kind of got his DJ mask on tonight. But what
I think Carlo definitely could have got more than 2. But I also understand what the Pels are doing. Now, all the good we experiencing tonight, we do have to understand the Willie Green system. It is taking a lot out of Willie to play one rookie all in minutes, let alone 2. Carlo is basically still a rookie in my book. I know they added him to the roster last year, and I don't think he played a minute. So I mean, there's no way they're gonna try to roll out 2 rookies. That's what it is. I understand why Eves beat out Carlo after watching him tonight and the last couple of preseason games, and I think Carlo will get his shot when Daniel Tyson gets hurt, because that's pretty much what it's gonna take. He's a break in the case of emergency guy, and it's gonna stay like that. Ty's gonna keep getting shots to Nola, so just get used to it, brother. Also, I want to give Tice a shout out though, because I'm looking at Eves Mises and his screening is improving drastically, and he tries to do that little ghost screen that Tice does. So Tice is definitely helping bring Eves along, man. I think he might be a really good teacher, and that might be another reason why they rewarded him with his minutes, even though he had 2 rebounds. But he was doing a lot of the other little small stuff good, though, man. Being in the right spots. He was 3 for 5, so we ain't going to be too hard on Tice. But, yeah, you got to have more than 2 rebounds, bro.
Yeah, but he had 3 blocks, DC. So
Yeah,
you're right.
He had 3 blocks, and I think he had 2 steals, too, right?
That's
If I'm
right.
not mistaken. Yeah, Tice didn't play. It started off bad, but he ended, like, really well.
Nah, he stabilized himself. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The guys we talked about that, and against the Chicago Centers, doing his thing, man. But I'm like I said, man, Jeeves got in there and played really well. So thank you, 2K, for that super.
Thank you. Get fucked too kind.
All right, shout out to DJ.
You done summoned DJ, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Pop up like the boogeyman when the bench guys playing good, man.
DJ, man, he backs the bench, man. He loves the bench guys, man. All right, but big ups to you guys, man. Listen, man, like I said, it was fantastic. Moving forward. So DC, going forward, man, looking at the matchup with the next team we got going on, and this Trailblazers are currently playing right now. This is the next squad the Pelicans take on. They're on the road for 2 games. They got one on Friday, and I think the second game will be 2 days later against I think it's a Friday and Sunday.
We play Friday, Sunday. Friday at 7, and I think Sunday at 5 or something.
It's a West Coast game. I think our time is a little later. I'm gonna have to look at it and see. I got it. I'm gonna pull it up in a minute.
It's a West Coast game. I mean, our time is earlier. West Coast is behind.
Well, it's 9 o'clock.
Wait, what? It's 9 o'clock?
They're saying it's 9 on here.
Oh shit.
So yeah, but anyway.
I saw 5. Maybe one of them 5. The next one might be 5.
Oh yeah, well, DC, you got to factor in. I know you calling from the island, so you factoring in your time zone.
I was driving when I looked at it, Q.
Were you driving from where? There ain't no bridges from there.
What you talking about?
Just don't worry about it, brother. All right, Golden State up right now at halftime, 62-50 over the Trailblazers, man. And this is the team that we'll get ready to take on, man. So DC, Chauncey Billups squad, man. Grant's there. What's the kid named? Danny Avajah, DeAndre Ayton. Is that right, Lex? I ain't taking no name pronunciations from goddamn DC.
You can't pronounce it.
This coming from a dude that Mises rhymes with feces. This guy's crazy.
What you talking about, feces?
That's what it sounds like. You trying to rhyme it? I don't know what's going.
No, oh my gosh!
This dude is such a fibber, man. This guy here. But anyway,
I can't stand the ring.
All right. I know. Oh no, dude, what's wrong with you, man?
I'm saying.
You can't stand it. Yo, okay.
I'm the Villa, bro.
I hear you, brother.
Danny
Simons and of course Scoot Henderson, man. That's the squad that we'll be dealing with. Let's preview this matchup, man. Y'all talk about what's going to happen here. The old matchup indicator. Our old friend says that the Portland Trailblazers are going to get that victory, 57.5%. So of course we'll have Zion
back to normal, bro. When the matchup indicator doing this shit, we about to be in mid-season form, bro.
Well, Lex knows
gambling purposes.
Gambling purposes only.
Yeah.
We back in the regular season.
We know. We already know what's up.
Well, I just want to know if the matchup indicators is factoring the fact that Zion could possibly be playing. I mean, he's thinking he's going to play in the game. So
and Trey Murphy, I mean, these two. I wonder what they look like. I'm really excited to see what it look like with both of these guys. Well, what we saw tonight.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, we ready for that. B-Max says they
You
look
could
like
put the league on notice, man. I mean, you got that type of potential.
Man, that last part, McCray, that last part really sounds like Griff. I can hear his voice saying that.
Shout out to B-Mac. He
hear
says
his
You
voice
can see
saying
the
that.
team developing chemistry in a
they look like a
genuinely
team.
meaningful way.
Yes. Yes, he was on
And
there. He got on there. a
yeah,
little
he
bit.
got it, and he reinforced to us his love and admiration for Bi.
Yeah, I really wants to be here. It's this talk, but he
You know
really
what?
He
It's
loves
crazy
the
that they're still
team.
talking about that because, I mean,
What?
it's like we all know that something's going to be done.
What if they moved
They
off of
can't afford,
CJ?
they can't afford it.
What if?
Like, what are
Hey,
we
hey,
talking about
hey,
here?
Lexus! I told you
Okay,
last show. Wait, hold up.
know why they keep
Hold on,
bringing
one at a
this up.
time, yeah. One at a
Hold
time.
up.
Hold up, what?
CJ makes $33 million. Trey is set to make $28 million a year. So if they move CJ and let's say Brandon kind of settles off of that $200 million and he's willing to take like 45, 40 something, yeah, they can keep him.
Yeah.
Yves
Does
Misi gonna
he
have to
wanna
be
take that?
our center though.
Huh?
Yves Misi gonna have to be our center. We wouldn't be able to get another center. Maybe we probably could get
No,
like an end of the bench guy.
I would still want to get another center. Like I know Tice is there, but I would still want another seven.
No, Tice got a 1-year deal. He's not coming back next year. I'm sure they would
No,
get
but
they would
still,
get
I'm just
somebody
saying.
else.
So okay, that supports what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you still need a backup center, or if you want to, bring in a starting center over Misi, or keep Misi to start and bring someone else in, you can do that. But I mean, it
Right.
is the first game, so
Well, we talking about it's next year though. Like what I'm saying would happen next
So
year.
we're not doing anything else this year.
Let me put it this way. What if we get into the trade deadline and the Pels are like 30-12? Would you be mad if they don't do nothing?
Say again.
I say, what if we getting close to the trade deadline and the Pels are like 30-12, 32-12 or something like that? I don't know the exact numbers.
I mean,
or
I
what
don't
it
know,
would be.
man. The season just started.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like,
let's get past 10 games first.
No, because you're saying we're not doing. You're saying we're not doing nothing else this year. I'm saying, what if the Pels are playing good enough to where they don't see a reason to do anything? Would you be mad if they don't do nothing and they win it?
I mean, it doesn't matter. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
Let's just be real about it.
Like straddling the fence zone.
It's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, B-Mac.
You don't have nothing to do. You don't have to make it personal.
Appreciate you,
Jose. The
Wait,
thing
hold
is
up, I'm
that
Jose now.
they can't afford them.
Like, slipping that little jab in there.
That's factual, right?
They can't afford them, Lex. If nobody gives Bi, because there ain't no team's gonna be lining up to give him the max unless he play like an absolute superstar this shit, and maybe get some suitors. But if nobody's gonna offer him the max, and he wants to stay here, like David Griffin says, and
somebody gotta go.
Are winning.
Somebody's gonna have.
Somebody got to go, man.
Yeah,
it's Bi or CJ.
I don't know why people want to make this like, oh, you don't want them here. No, like the money has to make sense, people. You know what I'm saying? Like that has nothing to do with
Ain't
how
going in that luxury.
Well, I'm just saying,
the thing is, look, Trey Murphy just got his contract. Trey Murphy wants to start.
Right.
You just now showed that your investment in Trey Murphy.
Right.
So what? I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like,
you're gonna stick the small ball. Trey Murphy, DeJounte, Zion, Herb.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, everybody.
I'm just saying
to say, bring up like personal stuff. It don't have nothing to do with personal stuff, man. I promise you, it doesn't.
Wait, what you
mean? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can look at the books. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep everybody. Somebody has to go.
Oh, right. But I'm just saying, CJ make 33, Trey make 28. If they move off of CJ, get BI. That's $5 more million to hand to BI. I'm pretty sure they could squeeze some pennies out of some sofas from somewhere else to come up with a little bit more money. And if they want to keep him, I'm saying the option is there and they could financially make it work. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see, man. That
probably ain't gonna happen. That probably ain't gonna what's gonna happen. But I'm just saying it. It is something that they can do if they choose to.
I mean, you correctly draw the option, DC. It's not an impossibility. I mean, it's out there. That something's going to happen. But I
said,
they
to be here, Q.
They can't
listening to David.
I take everything he said with a grain of salt, brother. I'm just going to keep it 1,000% funky with you. Everything he says with a grain of salt, because David Griffin is a flim flam, man.
Oh, goddamn, man. We can't have nothing. We can't have no nice things. Look at this. If this is true. My man C Stepper 100 said they saying Murray fractured his hand. I hope that ain't true.
Where you getting that from, C Step?
Who said that?
Cite your source, bro. I'm gonna look up and look at it in just a second. All right, but let's kind of look at the Portland matchup, fam. Let's kind of progress and kind of look at the Portland situation. They next up, we got this team on Friday and Saturday.
Bello say Sham Sharania.
Okay, I'll look into it. I'll see what we can find.
DeJounte a wild man, though. He probably gonna play with a fracture hand. That explains the shooting night.
Okay, so what y'all got on the Portland matchup? What y'all think happens here?
Practice. That's what I think about it. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna look like this year. They can be a team that shock you. They got talent, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think they're really concerned about winning. They might be trying to be in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, or what's the other kid, man? They got two of them. Other kid's a phenom too. I can't remember his name. DeBenza. Yeah, I looked at some highlights on him. I'm like, Cooper Flag. Cooper
Some
Flag.
people
Who?
feel like he's better than
right. Everybody talking about Cooper Flag. I'm like, man, y'all sleeping on this dude.
Yeah, this just happened. Hold on, DC. Let me interrupt you for a second. Yeah, 7 minutes ago, just Sham Sharania, just an alert happened. New Orleans Pelicans guard DeJounte Murray is feared to have fractured left hand. Sources tell ESPN difficult opening night for Pels. And Murray, who posted 14 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds in season opening victory against Chicago. So fractured hand.
We're not going to see this whole team. The actual starting lineup. We're not going to see the starting lineup until like next season, or excuse me, not next season, but next year. That's what this sounds like.
Too much gumbo.
It's well, the thing is, it's like too much. Oh, it's a secret. You know what I'm saying?
That was the
basically
secret.
Solidified the secrecy.
That was the secret.
But
I don't know. To me, I wonder if it happened tonight, or if that's something that happened. If that happened before the game.
I mean, Herb fell on his tailbone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, it's like, do y'all know how to fall? Do y'all know how to? I don't know. It's different.
I don't know, because I mean, all night his shot looked off, like from the beginning of the game. So maybe it's something that happened prior to the game. I mean, he did have a family emergency. You know, sometimes you, out of frustration, you might punch a wall. Could have been anything like that, you know. But it's a fracture, so it ain't all the way broken. We're looking at this. Is he gonna miss significant time, or is this something he's going to try to play through at a certain point?
He's probably gonna try.
We don't need him to score. We need what we saw from him tonight, as far as his facilitation and his aggressiveness of penetrating and kicking out.
Well,
his aggression at the basket when he attacks, that's very key too, because it's all about conditioning. Once you condition the defense that lob is going to be thrown, they're going to try to take that away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be prepared for both ways. So when they do that, he's got to be able to shoot that or hit that layup. or who hit that
Oh, the
floater.
floater, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes that lob so dangerous because dang, what can I take away? If I take away DeJounte, he gonna throw that lob. If I take away Misi, or you know what I'm saying? He's got that floater. But it has to be a threat on both. That's what makes that lob so dangerous. Is because, hey man, yeah, you can go and take away the lob, but I can hit this floater, no problem.
Yeah, the family member saying that he heard it on in the back of the game when Levine contested his shot. Or what they're saying is happening here. But I was, as y'all were talking, I was looking up the timeline on such an injury, man. Let me share it with the family members here. Here, just going through the regular stuff on the rehab for a fractured hand. And this is from
3 to 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Well, it says treatment for broken hand depends on the type of severity of the fracture and may include a splint or cast for stable fractures. Setting and holding the bone in place with wires or pins for unstable fractures. Surgery for more serious fractures. A bone graft for missing or severely crushed bone. To reduce pain and swelling at home, you can apply ice pack, blah, blah, blah. But most fractures heal in 6 to 8 weeks, but hand and wrist fractures often heal in 4 to 6 weeks. So this is some of the stuff right here. And this is another one. And this is coming from us just sourcing it, fam. The American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. A broken hand can be caused by a fall or crush injury or twisting injury or through direct contact in sports. In many cases, hand fracture will heal well with non-surgical treatment, depending on the type and location of the fracture. This may include wearing a cast, splint, or buddy straps for a period of time. But they're basically saying you will likely have a follow-up in 1 to 3 weeks after the injury. For severe fractures, you may need physical therapy after your splint or cast removed. You usually return to work or sports activities in about 8 to 12 weeks after fracture. So this is just
the maximum timeline, 8 to 12.
8 to 12.
But typically, looks like 4 to 6, right?
Yes.
So you got 2 times. You got 4 to 6 and 8 to 12.
And the farther end is 8 to 12 weeks, depending on what the fracture is.
Well, it looks like we might be bringing Alfred Payton back.
Yeah, that does suck. Dave says that sucks, man. Yeah, just one game of them, almost a triple double. It's unfortunate, man, but still very early on in the season. And right, Alfred Payton's there. Pelicans can do something about this. Shout out to T-Mom and Christian on.
Don't put CJ back at point guard, man. We need to run point
they
Zion.
They better not do that.
We need to run point Zion. Go get another point guard. Go get Alfred Payton or somebody. And let him sub in. When point Zion, you want to shift from that or put Jose in and have Alfred Payton take Jose's spot, however you want to do it, and keep it going like what we got going. CJ looks good in his role. When you give him the ball, he did shoot 19 times, but I thought he took a lot of good shots.
Yeah, he was trying to over dribble, but DeJounte like, nah, come up off that rock, give it to me. Go run around, go around the screen, pop back out. I will get it to you. I promise you. You gotta fight that. That dude is like, I can do it. Hey, I can handle it, DeJounte. No, you can't. Please give me that rock. You know what I'm saying? For real. CJ be like, dog, no, it's okay. I'm here. Stop trying to play my role. That's my job, dog. You doing my job. You do your job, and I will do mine. But yeah, I'm glad, CJ gotta show that trust and be confident in DeJounte that, hey, all right, you got it, man. I trust you. Do your thing.
Great. Well, we got to see the timeline with this because, it might not be that bad, but it looks like we're going to have to at the very least, we're going to have to anticipate 4 weeks.
Right.
We're going to have to anticipate 4 weeks. He's going to make some time. Even if he won't play through it, he's probably going to have to miss some games and miss some time before he can even get back out there, man. So he finished the game with it. So,
right.
Testament to him and his toughness. But, yeah, fracture ain't nothing to play with, man.
And it's a long season, bro. So, if they need to take the time, I think that was a good suggestion, DC. the Alfred Payton thing. Alfred Payton could help. He can definitely help.
He played well. I mean, he's not a scorer. You know, you don't shoot threes, but he's a pass first point guard.
He plays
a very
defense.
good facilitator. He
Well,
plays
that
defense,
was in
and
his
he got
original
a floater.
form.
He can't hit free throws, but he got a floater.
We can't win it all. Huh? He got
Can't
that.
have it all, man. But he's somebody I think they could get, and he would fill in. And I don't think we'd be disappointed with like him coming off the bench or something.
Yeah, we'll see. Josh says let him get the MRI first. Sham's been wrong before. Yeah, no doubt about it, bro. Sham Sharania, man. To me, man, we done pinpointed this so many times. Like sometimes he be, like I said, man, he's not no Adrian Wojnarowski, even though he got his job. You know, it was some suspect shit that he been doing over the years, like that whole Scoot Henderson thing. He was the main pusher of that Scoot Henderson for Zion bullshit. And I really didn't like that, how he was doing that just to get FaceTime on some of these shows to basically say nothing. And then everybody saying, you about to trade him. I'm like, man, y'all a program, man. They're not trading that dude for no Scoot Henderson.
Talking about Zion for Scoot Henderson. I'm like,
I kept telling them that, you better go trade him.
A good story.
Go trade him. I'm like, man,
that make a good story, Lex.
I mean, the thing is that look, you got to understand, not everybody watches PPR. You have casual fans who don't know, and so for them, there's a lot of them out here. I don't know how many Pelicans fans there are, but it's not as many as the casual fan. So for the casual fan who watches ESPN, who doesn't watch the independent podcast of the Pelicans, they're not going to know. They're going off of, what they've seen with Zion and different things and all that hype. So it's clickbait. And it did what it was supposed to do. That's what all this is. They know this stuff. I don't know if you notice, every time a big story comes up with Zion, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to capitalize off that attention. So, I mean, that's just Zion. I mean, the dude still has a lot of hype around him. And very much so, because like he came in with hype similar to LeBron James. So it makes sense. So, I mean, it's still there. It's always going to be there. And that's what casual fans know. So
shout out to Michael Morgan. Thank you, bro. Says, are New Orleans sports teams cursed? LOL.
I don't think they curse.
No, I don't think it's cursed. I just think, injuries is part of it.
Look at Philadelphia, man. If you think we cursed, Philly had Joel Embiid and Paul George both sitting out the game. You know what I'm saying? So
they're
it's just one of the things with sports. It happens.
Yeah, they're investigating that right now.
What's that investigating?
Adam Silver. Well, the thing is, I think this was really dumb. Why in God's name would you come out and say, yeah, Embiid is not going to play on the second night of a back-to-back? Y'all should have kept that junk to you. Are y'all even at a back-to-back yet? Why would you put that information out there? Why was that necessary to put out there? Why would you put that target on your back? Like y'all should have like just let that stuff just play out. But don't come out and declare for the whole season that he's not going to play on the second night of a back-to-back. That's crazy. That makes absolutely no sense. You've already premeditated, you know what I'm saying, on what you're going to do, and it's not even here yet. He may be feeling good on the second of a back-to-back.
He was the one that got behind the podium and said it, Lex.
Say again?
He was the one who got behind the podium and said that.
I know, but that was crazy. Whether the organization supporting it, him saying it, that's crazy that you come out with that information.
You won't be like Kawhi Leonard.
Said that. That's not something the fan, and the season hadn't even started yet. What? Dog, it hasn't started. What are you talking about? That didn't make no sense. You don't come out and say that, and the season hasn't started yet. That's premeditated. Well, let's wait. Just wait.
Just
So
don't say
I don't know. That's just my personal view on it. I just think that stuff is weird. I mean, I understand that he has knee problems and they want to manage it, but that just wasn't necessary to come out with. It really wasn't, because now you put attention on that. Now, guess what's coming up? Load management. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff is coming up now, and that's what happened last season.
I think they were scared. They were scared. They scared of their fan base. Philly is rough, and they be on them.
That's why you don't want to come out with that information.
No, I think that's why you have to come out with it, so you can stop all of the extra stories and the assuming that's going to happen. Everybody knows what it is, so they probably already have a strategy on how to deal with those questions and those reactions. But when it's all of these other assumptions on what it is, it's just, man, Philly it's a tough place. It get out of control, kind of like LA.
Is the fan base going to?
He ain't lying.
Are they going to be fining you? No, the NBA is going to be doing that.
Well, I mean, if they don't show up to games,
you told the fans. But guess what? Adam Silver knows. All the analysts know that. Media, they gonna go ham on that junk. So I mean, yeah, the fans know it now. And Philly is rough, but they're not necessarily fining you for missing games and all that stuff. I mean, they're really going to be looking at reports, making sure, okay, why isn't Embiid playing? Because fans want to see their stars. And then when you talk about that stuff, say a second night of the back-to-back, say that's in Boston. Say that's in Miami. Say that's at the Pelicans. It's like people from other teams want to see opponent team stars play as well. That helps the product. So it's not just if this is at home. That's different. But you're talking about if the first night of a back-to-back is in Philly, but the second night of a back-to-back it's in like Chicago or something. It's like, okay, what? You know what I'm saying? So we have our stars and our guys playing, but you all are not making your stars available. That's what helps the product. That's what helps other teams sell tickets as well. You know how they have those names, those big names up? Be like, all right, come and see Embiid, Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to come see Maxey, Jokic. Like, huh? What? Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? They want it. That's how they promote.
Yeah, Silver crack. He gonna crack down on that, man. Because he trying to keep them ratings up, man, so they can max out. So
I just say I'm not doing the opposite of what we do. Like when we had Zion, remember when he broke his foot and he was gonna be back for the start of regular season?
Yeah, that helps.
Then they kept dragging us along. That helps the product, but that helps the product in markets like ours. Because markets where them people spend big money and they are not just happy to be there. They put pressure on them teams. They will not show up. They put pressure on them. So I think their market is a little different.
Yeah.
And maybe they were anticipating that, as well as maybe, just maybe, like Kawhi, Kawhi actually had a medical condition. So when they start talking about all that and he showed his medical reports to Adam Silver and everything, you see how that kind of died down and they wasn't finding them. They talked about it and it wasn't liked in the public eye. Never got any fines because he really had something wrong with his knees, degenerative.
Yeah.
And they were breaking down. So I don't know, maybe Embiid had some type of checkup and they found something. And, instead of saying what it is, they just went about it that way. He ain't going to play back-to-backs and da-da-da-da. And we don't hear nothing from the NBA. So we're going to have to see. But you bring up interesting points and they want stars to play. And if he can play and they holding him out, it is gonna be hell to
promote
predict.
the game. People want to see stars, man.
No doubt.
That's just like, hey, where I live, there's no professional team, football or basketball. So if I travel to a state, and we know people do this, if I travel to New Orleans, won't see Zion play, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna feel a certain kind of way. Cause me traveling all the way down there, that you know, that ain't and look, I went up to Cleveland, right? D Mitch, I really like him because he played for the college team at Louisville. So I really like him along with Lamar, and went to the same school. And then, you know, went up to see Zion at the Pelicans game. Neither of them played. And that's 5 hours away.
Damn. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Neither of them played that night. They weren't even in the
Made
room.
them give you your money back, Lex. That's
Okay.
messed up.
Now I got to talk to Antonio Daniels. I got to talk to him. I got to talk to Larry Nance Sr. So it wasn't a total loss, but you know, I was cool, you know, still had a good time. I had never been to Cleveland. But you know, just the fact that I did travel up there, I drove, you know, I want to see the stars.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I want to see them because, you know, I hadn't seen, you know, it's hard to get to games. You know what I'm saying? Got to
Yeah.
plan the schedule, your work schedule, you know? So, I mean, it makes a huge difference. It really does.
yeah.
And
Some of those.
anybody who's, you know, gone out of town to, you know, see a team, you want the stars to play.
Right.
And
I think like with some of these markets, yeah, they're established. Philadelphia is an established market. They didn't won a championship before. You see some of these markets a little different than the Pelicans ain't really doing as a collective. You put all the years together, it's not a good history of anything. It's the one word to describe the Pelicans franchise over the years is inconsistent.
Yeah.
Bad leadership, dumb general manager, liars, chumps, morons, simpletons, stuff like that. That's how I would decide over time. Bungling superstar talent, stuff like that. So that's totally different than some of these other teams. You know, they might have some losing, but some of these guys have championships in their history. They've been around for years. So it had an opportunity over time to develop a loyal support base to go through some of the thick times. The Pelicans have right now, they have not established themselves as anything yet. And that's they're kind of a floating team right now, in my opinion, in terms of going here. Now over the last couple of years, they're building up to something, but it's just, you know, it's par for the course. They have to really cement themselves in a society of success. But anyway, Michael says, do y'all really think this is clickbait about Murray? Well, Lex and DC was talking about the player situation. I was able to do some research on it, and based on what I've seen, it appears to be the case until otherwise, you know. So we'll see more information come out about this definitely tomorrow about what's going on with DeJounte Murray, because the Pelicans got to hit the court for against Portland. So we'll definitely
it takes them at least 24 hours to get accurate.
Yeah, they got to test them.
I know they got a certain, I guess maybe a hospital that they go to or specific deeper imaging, but you know how they gonna do the imaging results and all of that, and they usually don't have that like right after the game. So.
Nah, I mean they might if he in there, DC, they'll put him in. But even if they got something right now,
they
ain't gonna tell. Right, they're not gonna say nothing until tomorrow, or you know when Willie gets in front of the press again, and he'll give them a breakdown or tell you I ain't got nothing on it, and then you know based on what Willie gives you, then they'll have a report. They got to put out an injury report who plays before the Portland game on Friday. So we'll know between then and now what's going on with it, how severe it is. So like I said, it happened in the first game of the season. It's still a very long season. We just went over some of the medical information from the some of these hospital sites that was saying we were between
3 starters down. We 3 starters down that fast.
Well, you might get Zion. You probably gonna get Zion back for Friday. If
he got a virus, man. Maybe.
How bad is the virus? I guess it was good for him to be.
I mean, he already missed 2 games. He missed 2 days of practice and a game. So I don't think it's like one of them viruses where you could just get out and do stuff. He sound like he bedridden or something, man. Might be feeling pretty bad and weak.
Yeah.
Wishing Zion a speedy recovery, man. Hopefully we see him Friday, but it might take all the way till Sunday.
All right. Strider Cajun says, "What up, Q? Y'all enjoyed the win?" Yes, sir. We always enjoy the win. It was a good win to open up. Always want a win, right? Like a really solid win, like we had tonight, beating the Bulls 123-111, getting them out of the way, opening the season up with a nice, strong, impressive win. The bench came in and played. We had guys like Yves, our young guys got in there involved. Our centers did pretty decently. So it was a good, solid, respectable win from the Pelicans. Down a couple of people, Trey's out, Zion is out, and we'll see what happens with DeJounte, man. It's unfortunate. So prayers up to DeJounte, man, for a speedy recovery to get back to business with the Pelicans. All right, so anyway, let's move forward, man, and go into the Portland matchup finally. Like I said, man, Portland right now, they losing to
Why
Golden
did
State
they
right
do
now.
that? Yeah, this is definitely for gambling purposes. I'm sorry. That's very interesting. Because if they're losing and the Pelicans won, why do they have them up like that?
Because they knew DeJounte Murray was hurt. He probably heard about it in the third quarter. They know Zion ain't gonna play, and they know Trey Murphy not gonna be there. And they might know that CJ McCullough gonna be starting at point guard.
This is what it looks like for them right now.
In Portland, CJ actually plays well when he's in Portland.
Yeah, he does.
That's been something that's been consistent. So he may if that does happen, if it's gonna happen, let it happen in Portland. But that's it.
I just think he looks so much better as a 2 guard as opposed to us having.
Oh yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, the times he's played Portland, he does look good. CJ comes to play. Like, that's his former team. A lot of times when guys come back, to their former team, they usually play well. Not named Devontae Graham. Come on, y'all. Y'all look. Well, I can't see DC.
Too soon.
Not really. Actually, it's not too soon. But
fraction hand. I hear Devontae. I think DeJounte. Devontae don't exist no more. That immediately made me think about DeJounte Murray.
Phonetics, huh?
Yeah.
You deal with phonetics.
No Devontae.
No Devontae. All right, but
anyway. Wasn't Willie calling the man Devontae?
I don't think he was calling him that.
He called him that.
No, he called DeJounte in his presser.
Yeah. When he first got
traded,
traded,
he got them two confused. I'm like, dog, go kick rocks. Stop it.
It was a mistake. He misspoke.
He was speaking from love. Like he loved all this.
No. I ain't nobody trying to hear that word, man.
Stop annoying Lex, DC. Stop triggering Lex.
We need to speak at all times.
I don't see
I'm still loving the post-game speech from Borrego. Speed and violence. All right, bring it in, guys. 1, 2, 3, team.
Speed and violence. I like that. They should put that on the wall.
That is a classic.
Put that on the wall, man. Speed and violence.
Beautiful right there. That's what we want.
Put that on the wall.
I feel like Will Smith in Bad Boys. From now on, that's what you do. That's what you do. For real. Yeah. Right there. To the point.
Now that's how you supposed to drive. From now on, that's how you drive.
There you go.
Hey, we should have played that to start the Pelican post-game report off, man. How the Pelicans drove on the Bulls today.
It ain't too late.
There you go. There you go. But the Portland matchup is very interesting, man. Outside of the matchup predictor getting Portland there, Pelicans have 2 matchups against this team in a matter of 3 days. So Simons, Kamara, Denny, Jeremy, and DeAndre Ayton. Plus, they got a pretty solid bench. And we talk about Scoot Henderson's in there. You got DC's one of his favorite guys. Shadion Sharp is there. Banton, that's another dude that plays well for them off the bench. When their players, when most of those guys were hurt, they got a lot of their role players were able to get in there and make some headroom there. So, and then you got Clinton's there as well. So they got a pretty interesting squad, man. So, I mean, what happens? I know Golden State beating the snot off these people right now. They beating them 95-67 in the back of the third. They still got a full quarter of play left to go. They beating the hell out of these people. So what would it take for the Pelicans to kind of do, to handle business? Because in both these games, it'd be cool with the Pelicans come away from there 3-0. What's going on? How do we hit it?
For Brandon Ingram, Yves Missi, Jordan Hawk, and Green to all show up. If all of them look like how they look tonight, it's an easy victory. It ain't gonna take much. It ain't gonna take much, man. This team does not want to win. They're probably not even running significant strategies to win. I think Portland is looking to get a high draft pick.
They're trying to tank already, DC. And
what is the purpose for them winning right now?
For the man to keep his job.
They still got DeAndre Ayton, who they want to get off that money, and they want to bring in another young guy. Do you feel like anybody on this team is a superstar?
Okay, hold on.
That's not really what I was asking, brother. I'm
Can I answer the question?
Go ahead, Lex. DC
Like,
drinking spiked pineapple
you
juice.
don't want to look at this situation. I don't really care what Portland is doing, but you beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Okay? Like, Portland is still a professional team. You need to go out here and show that you're here and they're here. You need to dominate this team. Look at what the Warriors are doing right now. The Warriors are dominating them. They're showing them that, hey, we're playing at a different level. And that's what the Pelicans need to do. Like, don't go in here, be like playing down to your competition. You play up to the best, because the thing is, right now in regular season, you're building winning habits. You're not trying to practice it playing down to their level. Whatever their situation is whatever their situation is. But if the Pelicans are trying to win now, then you start developing those habits. Hey, don't look down upon this team. You go in, you play with energy, okay? Play with energy, play with effort. Make sure you're hitting the boards. Show your defensive prowess. Get out in transition. Move the ball movement, player movement. Okay? That's what you need to do. Like, I don't want to just be content on what we saw on tonight. Like, we don't want to be content. We want more. We want to get better. We're trying to, again, build those winning habits so that when the playoffs do come, and I know that's far away, but it starts on nights like this. You have to bring it on a nightly basis. The season just started. So I don't care about their situation. But the thing is, if this is a win now team, then y'all need to go out there and beat the brakes off this team. And that's it.
That's about right. That sounds about right there. I'm for it, man. DC, you agree with that?
That's all good. That's all real good.
I mean, hey, what are we doing? Yeah, show your dominance.
Matter of fact, why don't you give a pregame speech, Lex? You just
you know what, I can.
Tell them that with violence.
My team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this should be a win for the Pels, man. It's pretty much like Lex said, beating the team you're supposed to beat. You can't go out there play with your food, man. They're supposed to. It's a team full of young guys. They don't know how to win yet. They're still trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, so don't
They
give
got
them
a lot
no
of
hope.
talent. I think they're gonna start putting some stuff together at some point. But I don't think the organization is doing a whole lot to try to help them be successful right now. They're not pushing their chips in yet. So this team is supposed to beat. And I think the Pels will beat them. We ain't
Yeah.
did enough to be too high on ourselves, and DeJounte is probably not gonna be there that game. We don't know if Zion's coming back. I think we still gonna be in a little bit of a desperation mode. We usually play good when we have injuries and we got some good vibes going on. Jordan Hawkins might start or something. I think it could be a positive, very entertaining game still with a lot of energy. Maybe Carlo Mekovic get some minutes or something. Some of the other guys might get called up.
Shout out to DJ.
That's going to be interesting, man. Pelicans going to get tested early, fam. DeJounte Murray, we'll see what's going on with him. We have a interesting bench, man.
It don't sound like they know exactly what the injury is though from stuff I'm reading. Q.
We'll see, DC.
It's
learn.
feared to be a fracture, just like Paul George was feared to tear his ACL.
Yeah.
And it was a
they don't know
the MRI.
They don't know the severity of it, brother.
Yeah,
That's
once
what
they
I'm
get
getting.
an MRI, it'll tell everything, and that usually doesn't happen the night of. It happens the day after, maybe 2 days later. But yeah, we can wait till the MRI comes out. It doesn't lie, as far as we know.
I hear you, Jose.
I almost forgot about that, Jose.
I didn't. I was gonna mention that, but I was like,
be motivated.
It don't even
He
matter.
coming off a 33-pointer. 33-pointer. You might be ready for a 40
It's
ball.
really
Man.
weird though.
He gonna be up there for three for
all
2
these
games.
basketball players be going through the same things.
Maybe she just good. Like she might be
basketball.
She might be a good fisherwoman. Maybe she just good. Lex.
A good what?
All right.
A fisherwoman. She know how to catch
I wasn't trying to go too deep, but you know how it is. Y'all know how it is. Maybe I should say celebrities. It's like it ain't nothing different from high school.
She got the playbook, man. She know the techniques.
Clicks. You know what I'm saying?
She know where they eat at, where they hang out, when to beat up, what to do.
Oh goodness gracious! What you mean by that, Tramal? Willie Green is gonna ice Jordan Hawkins.
He think he ain't gonna play him. I don't.
Come on, he don't have a choice but to play him.
I mean, Jordan Hawkins done gone to a whole nother level. Did y'all see that block?
He was doing a lot
he
out
went
there.
up and got that bad boy.
Hold up, the play of the game. Willie called a challenge in the first quarter for that block. What? Yep. Man, you crazy if you think he's not about to play Jordan Hawkins. Us not seeing Jordan Hawkins play, that's over with, bro. He might not get the minutes we want him to get all the time, but he playing. Willie is brought in to Jordan Hawkins.
Yeah, I don't think he gonna ice. Yeah, because like we just said, would Murray fear to be missing some time? Zion might not be able to be there. Trey's still out. So I mean, yeah, that's 3 guys right there. You're gonna definitely dig into the bench. So Jordan Hawkins is definitely gonna get minutes, especially if Murray's not there. You're going to see more of Javonte Green. You'll see more of him in there. You're going to see perhaps you'll see some San Antonio Reeves, and we'll see what the Pelicans do. So, yeah, Elfrid Payton should be a move that they make, DC. That's no doubt about it. They're looking to bring a veteran guard in there to kind of stabilize stuff until we get them back.
Let me ask you a question, brother, because I don't remember how it works. I remember more football. Like, if DeJounte is hurt, do they get an extra roster spot to bring somebody in for dealing with an injured player? Like, how does that work? Let's say he's gonna miss like a month or so.
Yeah, don't they have to give him a destination for them to do that or something like that?
I don't remember how the injury reserve thing works with
the NBA players.
With the rosters. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think they get I
think they get one, right? They get one spot.
Type of insurance. So
that's for insurance. Like that's for money. Like what? Is it a money thing with the insurance?
No, it can be for a roster spot or to save money. I think it depends on the situation. But I mean, if he's out, because they still have one roster spot left open, right? They only have 14.
They Boston Junior.
Field.
Boston Junior. I thought
he's the 14th because they waived Malcolm
for him.
Yeah. So that's 14 spots.
Okay.
And they said, yeah, the last article from the last stream that Big
Yeah,
Q,
yeah,
they said that there was one roster spot. So they're leaving that open,
right.
I guess, for if they do make a move
Yeah,
or do something in the future. So that possibility is still there, that like they have that roster spot.
yeah. They had, according to this information I'm looking at right here, they said that they, the collective bargaining agreement renamed the IR to they called it the inactive list because they got tired of the abuses from NBA teams utilizing the IR list, so they changed it to the inactive list. So yeah, there you go. So it kind of breaks off and break into that. It breaks that down. So yeah, the collective bargaining agreement renamed it there. Yeah. So we'll see how it all goes, man, moving forward, man. What happens? So yeah, we'll find out tomorrow, or maybe prior to the Portland game, what's the true. Because I'm looking, even though they're saying it's an injury, but the severity is what I'm now interested in. Because there's no denying the fact that it's certain. I want to know how
He might not
severe.
need surgery or anything like
Right.
that.
Exactly. So he
Yeah.
might have to get a cast on it, all that kind of stuff. All that eats into the
See how
timeline.
it
So
heals.
right. So we'll
Or
see.
it could be a minor, fracture too, where people have played with minor fractures,
Yeah.
such as Kobe playing with a broken hand.
Mhm.
We just gotta see what it is and how it's gonna go. I don't think
And
our luck is that horrible. But if we did have to deal with injuries, I'd rather get it out the way now instead of the end of the season, like what we saw last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That is perfect. Well said, DC, because that's what I'm saying at the start of the season, man. It gives us plenty of time to get back. We can make moves right now, do what we need to do to steady the boat. And the Pelicans do have good depth. So, it's a test early. We'll get some of these young guys some reps right now. That's how I look at it, man. Let's get some of these young guys some reps while some of our guys down. And eventually we'll get Zion back, we'll get Trey back, and then we'll see what's going on with DeJounte. So, couple of games against Portland. I mean, we can take care of business. So hopefully we can take care of business. We play with that type of intensity. We got BI there. BI is healthy. CJ's there. So we'll see how they roll it out, man. But yeah, I'm not really interested to see CJ at the point guard position.
No.
I really don't want to see that, man. But we'll see. Does that, if they put CJ at the point guard position, does that then mean, well, that'll be Herb there as well, and then maybe I don't know how they'll do with Jordan. And do you have Jose off the bench, stuff like that? So all this is relative. We'll figure all this out tomorrow when we get more solid information about the severity of DeJounte Murray's injury. So we'll just have to see, man. But anyway, is it unanimous? DC Lex, you guys are predicting a win over the Portland Trailblazers both games. Do we come away 2-0, or do we split?
I just wish we had. I wish we had Trey back.
Hold on, one at a time. I ain't hear you. What you said? What'd you say?
I was just saying I wish we had Trey back because he liked to play them. He got his career high on the Blazers. But they played one game there and I think one game back at the Smoothie King. I think that's the 5:00 game is back at home, right? Because you said the other one's 9:00, so that's West Coast.
Yeah,
West Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, both. Hold on, DC. I think you asked me, are both games in Portland?
No, I think one is there and one is back home. I think. I'm not sure.
No, both of them are there.
Both of them are there?
Both are in Portland.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Zion. That man got a virus. I don't think he about to travel.
So does that change your prediction? Is it two games? You split with them? What you talking?
Games. We win both.
Okay.
They don't know how to win, man. They not. I don't think they've done anything significant to try to really win the season, and they're trying to figure everything out. With less talent. So I think we should be able to easily win both of those games. If we don't, then we got bigger problems. It's back to coaching issues or whatever you call it, because we should win those games.
Well, you beat, like Lex astutely mentioned, you beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and Portland one of the teams that you're supposed to beat. Trapper BG says it's his offhand. He might still play. All right, we'll see, man. All right, Marlon Mall say he getting PTSD about Willie Green from last year. Nah, brother, don't know. This is a whole new year, brother.
Yeah.
It's a whole year here, brother.
Well, I think he's talking about the fact that, you know, when you're in these type of situations and things are condensed down, you're working with less, and things start getting tight. That means, you know, you're put in a position where you got to coach, where you really got to, you know, buckle down. And that's the thing. I mean, really on tonight, you know, Willie, he didn't have to do a whole lot. You know, you had your floor general out there who was doing his thing. There was a good vibe. There was a good flow. He didn't interrupt that at all. You know what I'm saying? You know, he let the guys do them. You know, he didn't have to take a whole lot of timeouts, maybe when somebody was getting hot like Levine. But in that the third quarter, fourth quarter, you know, it was back to back to back to back to back big plays, you know, on both ends of the floor. So that makes coaching easier. But when Willie Green, when he is in a position to coach, you know, that's when things like, and that's what I'm getting as far as, you know, with Tramal, because, you know, it is kind of nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what we're gonna get, but and that's still yet to be known, because this wasn't. I won't say it was a close game because it wasn't within 5 or 3 points. But yeah, it is. You know, when he's in a position where, okay, you gotta coach the team up. All right, Hawk, you guard the big man down low. You know what I'm saying? Like what? No, don't do that. I say that because he's done that. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Lex, that was last year, Lex.
I know. Hey, you as good as your last hit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Last hit was tonight. We won.
no, I know, but it wasn't a close game. It wasn't determined by 5 or 3 points. Come on now, Big Q. That's still yet to be seen. That's not saying anything bad. It's still yet to be seen.
No.
And I
I'm
understand something I
laughing.
think Jamal was talking about.
No, I'm laughing because you're absolutely right. You know, I tried to throw that little move right there on you, and you kind of sidestepped that one there. I was like, Lex, that was last year. It's like last hit. Well, last hit was we won tonight against the Chicago Bulls. No, that wasn't a close one. That was a blowout. You know, we do good on those. Yeah.
And it could
So
have been
based on our last hit, we one of the best teams in the league. Huh?
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
But it is great to be, you know, 1-0. This is a great start, but you know, like I said, got to keep going. Got to keep going. I know. Again, there's a lot of things going on with this team, but you got to find ways to win. You can't just, you know, fall off and like, oh my gosh, DeJounte's gone. This person's not in. Zion's not feeling well. You know, so you got to find ways to win, and that's where those winning habits come in. You know, because we're still a small team. You know, Misi, he had a great night on tonight, but you know, the scouting report is not out on him either. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, this is a good night, but you know, things are, you know, we haven't faced one of the top tier teams yet, and so those things are coming. You know, it's going to be interesting how we respond, but it's still good to get a win and do what we're supposed to do. That's why we can't be complacent. We got to continue to grow. We got to continue to get better.
Next 4 games for the Pelicans: 2 against Portland, Friday, Sunday against Portland, Tuesday, Wednesday against Golden State. Back to back against Golden State.
And Golden State is blowing Portland out. So
Golden State
definitely don't need to play around with Portland. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Warriors, is the game over?
The Warriors is always a game that
fourth quarter.
Go ahead. It go one way or the other for us against the Warriors, man. We either gonna blow them out and it be high energy, or we get blowed out. That's just usually how it goes. Sometimes the Warriors, you know, they didn't not even played Steph Curry playing us, but this ain't gonna be one of them games, and I think he's gonna play both times. So they look like they're in mid-season form. and they're gonna be ready. So that'll be the game. Like we need to put some eyes on, some real emphasis on. Zion should definitely be back for that game, and that's gonna be one everybody watching. Everybody's gonna watch that Warriors game to see how we look and how they look as well. So if we want to be taken serious and we want to change the narrative of being a up and down team, people always heard the Pelicans always find a way to barely make the play in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta show out against the Warriors, man.
Yeah.
We can't get embarrassed again because that's usually what happens. We
especially like just
blow them out or they blow us out, and when they blow us out, it'd be worse than when we blow them up. Let's be honest.
Now both games with the Warriors are at the Warriors, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
It's a back-to-back at Warriors.
First back-to-back.
Thank you, schedule makers.
Yes. I applaud it. Because I mean it's an early test. This is what make you tough. We don't want no cupcake shit. Let's go and take care of business against
The way
Portland.
Griff and Bryson Graham and Willie Green talking about the Warriors was like, okay,
Man, listen,
look,
we
you better create your own identity, buddy, because the
Right.
personnel is not the same.
Man, listen, like the great
Nothing to go get a Steph Curry.
I'm not afraid of no
Draft a
ghost.
Steph Curry
There's
from
no
anywhere.
Steph on this team.
Get you a Steph Curry from
There's
anywhere.
no Klay Thompson on this team.
Man,
Diamond dozen. Trey Murphy, Klay Thompson.
I'm not afraid of no ghosts. The Pelicans need to be tested. That'll make them that we need them tests. We need to be tested. So this is good. Portland having a matchup up there in Portland and then going to back-to-back matchups next week with Golden State on Tuesday, Wednesday. I applaud this. Let's get this going, man. Let's get this team tested, man. All of this stuff. Zion Williamson will eventually get him back. We got him and BI, CJ, and all these other cats. Let's get this going, man. We need to get this team rounded out. We contenders, and if we believe that we are contenders as opposed to pretenders, now is the time. So I applaud all of these tests, man. This is what'll round us out and make us contenders. So I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I want all the smoke for the Pelicans. Let's go and handle this, man. That's how I look at it.
We need it because hey, I don't want this team to be relaxed at all. It's like, look, play with a chip on your shoulder and play with that it factor because everybody right now is trying to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the top teams, like it starts now. The games, like these games right here, they're gonna matter the most at the end of the season. So you kind of have to think like that. Like, look, you better take care of business. Take care of business.
And I see it as if we got Zion, or if we don't have Zion, we got DeJounte Murray. I have to have both of them are slim. But if we're able to beat the Warriors right now, and we still not full health, and we just handling our business while still not being full health, I think that builds a lot of confidence in these guys to go forward with the season. And when we are fully staffed, they can really hit the ground running. But we always knew this with this lineup the Pels have, this collection of talent. They're in a very unique spot because everybody can look at what they don't have or which ways it doesn't fit. But everybody can also see that they have tremendous talent. So if there's a way they can find a way to make it mesh and all go together, the Pelicans can be really dangerous. And all of that starts now. We've already looks like we're going to be and reach some adversity early in the season. So how they respond and how they handle this, will tell us a lot. And you may also get your answer, Lex, of are the Pels not going to do anything else? Because if they go through these moments, these tough moments, right, and they don't respond appropriately, the way this team is constructed, the way the Pels look to be thinking this year, they definitely will look to go make a move in some capacity. So if all of these guys like playing together, they want to keep this together, they got to make it happen, regardless of the circumstances and the situation. So it's going to be interesting to watch, man. The Pelicans are always anything but boring.
Yeah, this is true. This is the
Even
time
when
to
Zion is hurt, they still not
man,
boring. They ain't never boring.
man. Time for talk is over as far as I'm concerned with the
Yeah.
Pelicans. It's time
It
for
is.
action, man. Straight up.
It really is. Like,
Close us out, Lex, as we get ready to head out.
just just tired of waiting. Like, we wanna see this team do some great things, some meaningful things. I'll take one of Griff's words. But you got to come out and play with a chip on her shoulder. Like, we can talk about in the past how this team has had injuries and all this other stuff going on, but at the end of the day, it's all what you do on that basketball court. I know me personally, man, if I'm out on the court, I'm taking everything out on the opponent team. That's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys have careers. It's like, what do you want your career to be? What do you want it to mean? It's got to be more. It's got to be something more than the money. All of these guys are making all the money in the world, but you got to put aside whatever's going. And this is Zion included. Like, I know he's not feeling well. I don't know what he has. Nobody knows. We don't know how bad it is. We don't know what caused it or any of that. But I mean, I would have loved to, if I'm sick or something, I would have tried to fight through that stuff. But that's just me. Like I said, I don't know the severity of it. But it's like, you got to have that chip on your shoulder. You got to put aside all this other stuff and put clarity to what you want your career and what you want this team to mean. So, is this live or something?
Nah, this is old.
Oh, okay.
Doing a presser. All right. So anyway, with that being said, fam, listen, we appreciate you for tuning in this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. Hope you guys had fun, man. Good win tonight. It came at a little loss. We've yet to determine this yet, but Sham Charania of ESPN's reporting, like we covered earlier in the broadcast, that DeJounte Murray is feared to have his phrasing is feared to have fractured left hand. Sources tell ESPN difficult opening night for Pelicans and Murray, who posted 14, 10, and 8 in the season opening victory over Chi-Town. So more information is forthcoming. We'll figure it out tomorrow, and we'll have more reports on PPR Flash Report. Of course, Friday will be the live scoreboard, Pelicans Trailblazers live scoreboard, followed by the Pelican postgame report final, PPR final recapping the matchup. And also we will, when is it? Oh yeah, Friday. So we'll open up the phone lines for about an hour and some change for the family members to chime in and get their thoughts on Friday as well. So a lot of stuff going on as the Pelicans start off, man. And of course, like DC just said not too long ago, it's always something with the Pelicans. They always keep it interesting, but man, it's still early on, man. We'll navigate this like we do everything else, man. We'll make it pop. All right. And one more thing before we go, Michael says we trade for another one justy prone player. Dang.
Nah, Michael.
He ain't dusty.
DeJounte Murray, the last 2-3 years, he done played in like what 70-something games, man. This dude don't miss games.
Nah.
So we ain't got no injury prone player. And we all might be freaking out about nothing. We don't even know.
Yeah, I mean,
What I'm just saying, like, everybody saying, "Oh, he gonna be out for this long." We don't know nothing yet. He might not miss no time.
We'll see.
We don't know anything. So we gonna be back with a flash report and update y'all as soon as the news drop. And I'm pretty sure it should happen. Obviously sometime tomorrow, or if at the very least, early Friday. They would have to say something. So
we're gonna learn this fast, bro. Yeah, we're gonna.
It may not be bad as it seems, but even if he does miss significant time, I think the Pels still have more than enough to be able to make it happen without DeJounte.
Especially against Portland, for goodness sake.
We'll probably hear from DeJounte himself. As we all know, that DeJounte is a media guy, social media. So he'll definitely tell us if we don't believe the Pelicans, so I have no doubt about that, according to him being very vocal, and he's an alpha, These are the terms that we've heard a lot. So, yeah, I probably wait until we hear from him himself.
It's his left hand instead of his right hand, so that's any consolation.
There you go.
It's
All
his
right.
left hand.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to leave it there. Listen, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed the show. Please share the show on your social media feed. PPR here representing, man. It is time. It's Pelican time, man. The season started off. We get a victory. Have a little testing that got going on with the injuries, but that's all good, man. It's early on. We'll navigate this. But anyway, we're going to holler at you on the next one. Much love to the fam. Peace.
Oh.
Go Pelicans. What you got, Lex?
Please hit the like button. All of you all that are in here right now, we appreciate it so much. It's right here, right here. Just hit that like button.
Sharing is caring. That's right. Lex tell it. Sharing is caring. That's right.
Just had to cut down on my voice and make it really nice and mellow. And just, we love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love. Nothing but love. Hit the like button.
But play with speed and violence. Nothing but love, but play with speed and violence. Okay.
Team on 3.
Love off the court, violence on the court. That's right.
Come on, DC. Show yourself so you can put
Oh,
your
it's up there, baby. It is up there.
Come on.
It's up there. Trust me.
Come on,
Believe
man.
me.
You can go like this.
Believe me.
You see in this hallway right now. You got his hand on the plate.
Up there.
Look.
I'm not putting my hand over my eyes now, but I got my fist up there.
You see, got his hand on the light. He in the hallway.
1, 2, 3, team. I was touching the palm tree. I wasn't touching the light.
Well, glad to hear you say it. All right, we out of here. Much love. Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, my Pelicans forever. Forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and do best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who That Too.